Hey guys, JD here. So this is just a little video about Tumblr, and if you don't know, Tumblr's done something really, well, I guess it's like it's stupid, but I guess it's not, cause well, what happened was apparently Tumblr was when they put their app got taken off of Apple because apparently there was some child pornography in the app that they didn't know about that got through the filters or whatever, and I just read about this. And so what they decided to do was basically, take away all sexual shit. And I do hear about all the cringy, Rule 34 sex tape stuff that you find on Tumblr, but it's still pretty messed up when they're like, alright, what's our decision here? What should we do? Okay, so, let's take the entire thing away. And I mean, I guess in some business sense, it does make sense, because I'm sure now their app will be on, Apple, but it's this is gonna piss off, a lot of people. But, anyways, we're not really here to talk about that. Obviously, it's gonna piss off a few people. I really don't... I don't make stuff like that, so I do care just because of the fact that it must suck for people that are making that stuff. Even if it's cringy, it still kind of sucks for them. But, it's whatever. But, what this kind of teaches me as a creator on the internet is just the fact that, you need your own website. If you're a guy who creates it, you have to have your own website. Because your favorite apps, the ones that you, got a lot of followers for, had, it seems like everything's going well for your little business or whatever. And then, boom, something like this happens, or just something where, a website tries to take away what you want to do. If you're into making that stuff and you're trying to make a business from it, it must suck to have to be oh, well, shit. All these apps always, eventually, a lot of them start doing dumb shit. I mean, look at YouTube, for example. It works for their business what they did, making it so that advertisers won't advertise on, if you cuss or anything, then we won't get paid ad revenue, and monetizing our shit is basically pointless. And it's decisions like that that make you think, man, you have to have your own website for your own shit, because eventually it's possible that your stuff might be taken off because it's too offensive or whatever. With Trauma, which is independent films, hopefully you kind of know Toxic Avenger, alright? A few of their films got taken off when they put it for free on YouTube, actually. Terror Firmer. Instead you have this shitty R-rated one because YouTube's the other version is just way too much with the sex and violence and shit. And all that shit. And you have to have your website. If you're a creator, that's probably one of the first things you need. And I was kind of thinking before I knew about this, I was what's the point of having a website? It's I have to pay $30 or $40 a month. And it's and I don't really have any fans yet, so it's who gives a shit? But then I look at this and I'm 10 years from now, a lot of my shit might be taken off of YouTube or maybe even Newgrounds, which, I would doubt Newgrounds, but you never know. Like I said, people do some fucking dumb shit and then boom, your shit is gone, son. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't want that to happen. So you need your own space on the internet. Seriously, that's this should be just a fucking PSA. Get a website. I'm even gonna probably do that now. Because it's I don't want my stuff taken off one day because suddenly the app that I uploaded to decide, we're not gonna show that content anymore. It was okay before, but I think we're gonna delete that. All that work you did, boom, gone. Even though it's a business, so it's you kind of can't complain. You can complain, but it's it is what it is. People suck, and you're just using their shit. But if you're on your own website, I mean, unless you're doing illegal shit, then yeah, something will probably happen with your site. or if you're doing something, yeah, just something bad like that, then it'll get taken down. But if you're just doing like regular stuff or parodies or something like that, then it'll be fine if it's on your own website. So that's a good rule of thumb. Get your own website, or have your shit probably taken down one day, possibly by some fucking douchebag business. So even though it doesn't really affect me too much with the whole Tumblr thing, I'm not even on Tumblr. Still fuck people like that who decide to take away like whatever you want to create, because that's bullshit. Like, who cares? Like, Android or Apple takes on. Fuck those guys. Put it on Android. I'm an Android user. Just kidding. I actually like both of them. Sometimes I like Android a little more. A little turf war. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do a turf war. Alright, this is awkward. See you later. I hope this gave you stuff and things.